If I ask you what platform legitimizes new and cutting edge ideas and brings them to a mass audience, you will probably think of TED. And it has happened. Drum roll. Our ideas, for the first time in history, have been presented in a TED talk by none other than Saniya Warwaruk. And that is amazing. But at the same time, I am more conflicted and have more mixed emotions that I have ever had, to be honest with you. And I will, of course, share that with you in a second. What we're going to do in today's episode of Heard Online is we're going to look at like a real like goosebump moment, like a moment where I had like goosebumps from Saniya's TED talk. And then we're going to see why our ideas actually made TED so uncomfortable that they actually decided to upload her video as unlisted, which means the only way you can see it is if you have the link, which of course severely limits accessibility to it. And thirdly, we're going to talk about the path forward, where you'll see that actually we will rely on your help. It's going to be up to you. Yeah, it's going to be up to you to share this, because there is no other way. People can't Google this. People can't find this on YouTube. So if this talk and our ideas are going to reach more people, it's going to be the old-fashioned way of like word to mouth, word of mouth. So yeah, I feel very conflicted about this. But anyway, let's start on a real nice note, a real wonderful note, and let's take a look together at our own Saniya Warwaruk at TED, and we should share like these where I had a real goosebump moment, goosebump moments. What I'm trying to say when I heard this the first time. Let's listen.
I would follow what's called a timeless window. So from 11 p.m. at night to 6 a.m. in the morning, I had no concept of what time it was. If sleep did not come, I was not going to constant clock watch and obsess and calculate how little sleep I've got. I was not going to amplify my fear by doing that. No one has ever felt better about how little they sleep by calculating how little they sleep. Has anyone?
I'll just pause there and say, like, this was one of those moments, during the time when I watched this, where I was feeling great, because like it was, our own ideas of how insomnia happens. And Saniya here is talking about the timeless sleep window, which was a product of like a lot of pondering and thinking and figuring things out. And I think it's something that has helped so many people. And now this was presented in a TED talk. That was so amazing to me. I had goosebumps watching that. But just today, like 15 minutes ago, when I was preparing to do this Heard Online episode, I saw something that actually I'll share it with you, because I have this pulled up already. And if you look here in the corner, you'll see this little sign that says unlisted, and that caught my attention, because when I upload something to YouTube that I don't want anybody to see, I upload it as unlisted, which means again that you can only see this video if you have the link to it. And Saniya sent me the link in an email, so I have it, and I'll of course share it in the description of this video. But again, that made me think, like, what's going on? Like, why is it unlisted? And this takes us to like part two here. What this made our ideas made TED uncomfortable. Well, I emailed Saniya, and she said, yeah, they decided that because this is not like proven like therapy or something like that they wouldn't share it as as they generally share things, but they decided to make it unlisted. And in fact, right here we have something I really want to share with you, which is TED's motivation of why they decided to make this unlisted. So they say, please consult a health professional and do not look to this talk for mental health advice. This talk reflects the speaker's personal experiences, understanding of anxiety and insomnia. Therapies discussed in this talk require further scientific investigation. We've flagged this talk because it falls outside the content guidelines TED gives to TEDx organizers. And this is really where those like mixed emotions come in on my end. On one hand, I'm still very glad that Saniya was invited to give this talk, and it is on YouTube, like it's out there. Like our ideas are there with, you know, the TEDx logo and everything with it. That's wonderful. And hearing that, like Ted says, the ideas here require further like scientific investigation, that, you know, on one hand, I'm kind of like saddened because like I think this like just sharing these ideas could help so many people. On the other hand, the fact that Ted says this requires further scientific investigation, it signals that our ideas are in fact cutting edge. They are so fresh, so new, so cutting edge, so different that, you know, Ted didn't really know what to do with it. It made them uncomfortable. And I think with any kind of revolutionary ideas or you know, developments in history, they aren't revolutionary unless they're making somebody uncomfortable. So the discomfort is kind of it's evidence that we are on a very nice path, nice trajectory. We are about to change things in a real significant way. So on that end, again, you have these mixed emotions. On one hand, you know, Matt Walker is on TED, and his talk has been watched by like 9 million times. And his ideas clearly are like very triggering, and as we know, are actually not backed up by, you know, scientific evidence. So on one hand, like, you know, you can be like upset, like, what does he get to do that? And Saniya, who has these wonderful, reassuring, and nice message, like, why do they choose her talk to be unlisted? But again, that may be a good thing. That may be just evidence that we're onto something really big. So anyway, those are my mixed emotions and my thoughts on why NATO, our ideas, NATO, the non-attachment to the outcome philosophy, and our ideas made it uncomfortable. And finally, the path forward here. So the thing is that, you know, we're in such an early phase that, you know, mainstream outlets are probably going to be hesitant to really share, you know, our ideas, what we're thinking, and what we see over and over again truly helps people who have trouble sleeping. So it is, again, up to you. Yeah, it's up to you. If you think that this this TED talk that Saniya presented, that it could be helpful for someone, please share it. Literally, like, take the link and send it to a friend, or post it maybe on if you think it's going to be helpful in a Facebook group or a Reddit or something like that. Again, we don't want to spam anybody or push our ideas on anybody, but if you think it could be helpful for someone, please share it. It is literally the only way that this video, this amazing video, this amazing interview can be, you know, can be found by people, is if you decide to share it. So if you think it's going to be valuable to somebody, don't hesitate to share it. So that was it for today's Heard Online. Exciting times and mixed emotions, but overall, I'm excited about the future, and so grateful for Saniya, who's doing this amazing work. And by the way, I'm of course going to invite her to do her, you know, like a Life After Insomnia talk, and also talk about her experiences, having shared her story in CBC up in Canada, and her experience doing a TED talk. And we want to hear about all that, of course. So we will invite her. But anyways, that was it for today. Thanks for tuning in, and see you soon. Bye-bye.